I am so excited for today's video because I have the most exciting news. I got my first PR package from ODEN'S and it's such a freaking good one. I have already created this look and it is one of my favorites. But let me lay these down because it's kind of loud. But today I do want to create two looks with the Autumn Alva palette, and this one is beautiful. So far, this one might be my favorite color story. It's a tie between three of them, and I'm going off swatches alone. But this one is so beautiful, and like I said, I've already created one of my favorite looks of all time. It was so much fun getting here. I cannot wait to show you guys my look, the swatches, and all of the things. So if you are ready to feel inspired, then let's go ahead and get started. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe, stick around. Don't forget to click the little bell so you can be reminded of all my future uploads. You don't want to miss anything because today we're doing two looks with this palette, but we have three more and these are beautiful as well. I cannot wait to play with them. I went back and forth. I thought about just doing one look with each palette, but they're so beautiful, you guys, and I feel so inspired by the color stories of these palettes that there's no way I can just do one look. So I decided I'm going to do two looks with each palette and we're just going to go from there. Maybe do a bingo after that. It could be really, really fun, but these are beautiful. I love the ODEN'S formula, so when they wrote me and asked me if I wanted to be put on their PR list, I actually literally screamed. I was actually in Croatia at the time, which was already like a pinch me moment, and then they wrote me on top of it and I was like, oh my god, like it was really such an exciting day. But here we are, it's finally in my hands and I'm excited to get into all the details and stuff. So I'll give you the details on everything in every video in case everyone doesn't watch, but on the Autumn palette specifically, this one retails for $49 US, and she is so beautiful. So you have a 16 pan palette here and you have an equal matte to shimmer ratio, which I really love that. I really do like the ODEN'S shimmer and matte formulas as well. I have a ton of their palettes. I also have a ranking on my channel if you guys want to check that out. I will link it down below, but I do think this color story is truly just so breathtaking. But if you are interested in buying all four palettes, you can pick them up for $149, and I don't know if I have a code yet. I'm supposed to. I'm gonna have to reach out to them and see if they've set that up yet, and if they have, I'll pop it up on the screen or have it down below in the description box. But I'll let you guys know. Hopefully that will be fixed by the time we get to all that. But not even just that. So we also have the lip products. So we have, let me see, 6 glosses, which are beautiful. You know, I'm really into like those milky types of glosses right now, and we have some really gorgeous shades that I am so excited to have in my hands. Today I have on the shade Little Jasmine 3, and it is beautiful. They feel beautiful on the lips. They're not sticky. It's a thinner formula, which I do enjoy. There's an orange one in here that I'm excited for. Hopefully you guys enjoy the swatches. But then you also have their matte formula, and both formulas retail for $13.90, I'm pretty sure. Yes, both of them do for $13.90 a piece. So I like this formula as well because it is like that moussey matte texture, and I think it's very comfortable. It's not like transfer resistant. So the shade I have on right now is Cocoa Bloom. Looks like this, and it just, it feels so beautiful. You can sheer it out, you can make it more opaque, and they're very comfortable to wear. I really enjoy them. I've picked up several in the past. My favorites have been the ones from the Hello collection, so I'm excited to have these two. I love the ones that I'm wearing right now. I think they are beautiful. So as of right now, you can buy the 6-piece lip bundle for the gloss, which retails for $70.89, or you can buy them individually, and then the matte lips are the same price, which is not bad at all. But now that you've seen swatches and I've given you all the details, let's go ahead and get into look number 1. But let me know, did you guys pick any of this up? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? I am so excited to create this look. I think it's going to be really fun. We'll have to see. Fingers crossed. But as always, I do want to start out with the cheap products. So for blush today, I did the shade Lavish from Glaminatrix. This is so beautiful. And recently I used the shade Nutmeg. I can't remember what video it was in. It's from Cosmic Brushes. They're very similar. This one's a little bit deeper though. But in what video was it? I think it was my Bella Beauty Bar Bingo palette video that I just did. It should be up right before this one. I used the Dexter highlight from Lethal Cosmetics with the Green Goddess highlighter from Bella Beauty Bar, and it was so beautiful. So I'm going to start trying to use it with different highlighters. So today I used the Dexter highlight with the Benefit Glow La La highlight in the shade Luna, and it's beautiful as well. Like, this one is creating some great combos. But I did a little bit of a powder blush. This one I got in a BoxyCharm from Complex Culture, and it is the Good Glow Blush Duo, and I used the shade Spiced Up right here. So I think this is like BoxyCharm's brand. I could be wrong, so don't count me on that, but just wanted to throw that out there. But like I said, I am really excited for this look. We're going for grungy fairy types of vibes. So I'm going to start out with lips. I'm excited for these lip products too, because the glosses are really beautiful, but so are, I really like their matte liquid lipstick formula. It's more of a moussey one. It's this one, but I've enjoyed it in the past. So I'm going to start out with a lip liner. This one is Cafe from Unearthly, but I did want something cooler. So the application could use some work, but we are going to go in with the shade Cocoa Bloom. And this is like a cool tone brown. I like their formula because it's like that moussey texture. And honestly, they have a shade of lip liner. Of course, they have the new ones too, but this shade, Cursed, I think, no, not this one. This one, Char. Yeah, it's Char. Would go, this is Char, that's Cursed. Would go really good with this as well, but I didn't want it to be too dark, and I didn't want the lip liner to take over it too much, so I wanted to do something a little lighter. I'll link them all down below though. As I said, my application sucks, but I really do like this matte formula because it does transfer a little, but it is matte, but where it doesn't set down completely, it does make it more comfortable to wear, and it stays in place really nicely as well. It's just a really nice formula, and I love the color. I love it so much. I think everyone looks good in this color of a lip. But now we're going to do the shade Little Jasmine 3. And I love their gloss formula. Some of my favorite glosses are the ones from the Hella collection. The first round. They're so good. But I love this color. It kind of reminds me of the ones from the Hella collection. I just love the undertone of that. And I feel like it goes really well with the blush. And I love the glossy look of that. Let's hope it doesn't get on my teeth in this whole video. We'll have to see. But, because that happens to me all the time. I'm just one of those people that get lip products on my teeth. It's so annoying. But now we're going to move on to the eyes. And I did want to tell you. So, for the inner corner part, I used the Diverune Cosmetics Color and Cover Primer Paint because I do want to use a lighter shade there. So let me pat that out. But I wanted to give that shade its best chance. So I used a white base there, but let's pat it out good enough. We're going to start out with the E06. And we're going to go into this shade, Equinox. I had a lot of fun swatching these. I'm so excited that I got PR from ODEN'S. I cannot freaking believe it. Such a pinch me moment, you know. But I want to build this up here. And I could tell by like swatching it, it swatched nicely. But I could just tell that it would look even better and brighter on a white base, which I'll probably be using it on the lower lash line as well, so you'll be able to tell. But I'm going to be living my best. Why am I doing the other eye? I'm not even like paying attention to nothing, but I'm going to be living my best like murky life today, and I'm excited. So now we're going to dip into the shade Flannel. And I love the undertone of that too. You see it's kind of neutral, but it has like that murky undertone. It's just so pretty. These palettes are really cute. There's 3 in particular that I like. My least favorite I think is Spring, only because I don't really find myself drawn to like pinks and stuff a whole lot. But I can see so many fun looks with them. I'm so excited to have them. Oh, such a fun color. Let's switch over to an E03 because I do want this to go up a little higher and be all nicely buffed out. I wish I would have gotten these sooner, but we had a little mishap and they kind of forgot to send them to me, but then they remembered and they sent them my way, which I'm so grateful. But that's why my videos are coming up later than everyone else's. But I'm so grateful that I was able to get them in PR, but I did buy them as well. I haven't gotten the ones that I bought because I just bought them like a week ago. I tried to get a refund, but it was too late because they'd already shipped out. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. It would have been nice to get the money back, to be honest. So I'm thinking I might sell them. I don't have a Macari or anything. I think if you buy the 4 palettes, it's like $150, and maybe I'll sell them like on Instagram or something for like $100. That way I could give someone a deal. But yeah, let me know if you're interested. But of course I won't be able to sell them till I actually get them in my hands. I love the undertone of this. And I just knew, or I felt, it would go so well with the lips. All I'm doing right now is going back and forth between the E06 and the E03 until I get this blended. up high, but also getting that dimension in the crease, which as you can see, I am getting. I also went in with the E27 from Sigma because it is smaller and like kind of tightly packed, so it really allows me to get the dimension. I think I also want to take the E03 and go back into Equinox. This shade is called Flannel, and I love that. And I probably should have told you, we're playing with the Autumn palette today. I kind of went back and forth on what I wanted to do, but I really want to be able to do like 2 looks with each palette, which is why I decided to do separate videos with all of them. Because they're so pretty, I don't want to just do one look. Okay, now I want to add like a little twist. So I'm going to take this makeup wipe and use my velour poof from Unearthly. They make the best velour poofs that I've ever used. I love them. I have 4 of them. And I need to wash them all because they're all dirty. But I freaking love them so much. They're bigger, yes, but they're so like flexible and squishy. You could get in tighter areas. You could do your whole face really fast. I love them. I think they're so freaking good. Using the Morphe 224, adding a little more concealer right here. This is the part that could make it or break it, but I'm excited to try it. It's hopefully gonna be fun to try regardless, whether it works out or not. We'll find out. Using a E25 from Sigma, I want to go into this shade, Revamp. Just seeing these colors swatched next to each other, it got me. It really did. Actually, I'm going to switch brushes. I need to clean off the E06. This one's like more dense. Picks up more product. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. Okay, now we're doing the E25. I mean the E27. And I'm just gonna build this up, pack it in, and it just came to me what I want to do on the lower lash line as well. Let's go ahead and do that so I can get the shape right up top. I always use the lower lash line as my guide. I'm going to use this brush. Why not? Let's go back into Equinox and we're going to see how well this works. Actually, let's do the E01. Look at me going back and forth. We're going to pack this shade. See, it works there. But I do think it works better on a white base, to be honest. I'm kind of bringing this one down a little lower. Let's do the pencil brush from Singe, the E11, and go back into Revamp. And we are gonna use this to line the lower lash line. Those two colors together, do you see that? Oh, that's divine. Oops, I accidentally put too much down there. Nothing a little blending can't fix. So I'm going to go back into Equinox on the E04 and we are going to blend out these edges. I love those two colors together. Those are beautiful. And then you could do change on the lid. This shade right here. If you did those two in the crease together, that would be stunning. Color Me in Love. I'm going to use the E07 now because it's like that little flat brush. Go back into Revamp. And I'm going to just deepen up along the lashes. I love this. Oh, it's everything that I wanted it to be. Isn't it like the best feeling when a look turns out? We're going into flannel with the E08. I already had to re-say that like 7 times because I keep stuttering, but here we are. But I just want to blend out that blue shade. And then we'll go back in with the blue. I just don't want to lose that grunge. Wait until you see the shimmers I picked. Personally, I do feel like the shimmers make it even better. There are literally not enough words in my vocabulary to tell you how much I freaking love this freaking matte combo. Oh my god, it's so delicious. I love it so much. Who would have thought? I mean, obviously they thought they went well together, but man, oh man, I love this so much. I think you get the point. Okay, so now glitter glue. I'm using the Stick and Sparkle from Diverune. It's been a minute since I've used this one, and it is one of my favorites, but I've been so stuck on that one from Cleona that my brain is like, just, you know, I can't think of anything else. So I wanted to use these today because they're fabulous products. So I'm just tapping this on the lid and I'm ready. I'm going to let this get a little tacky and then we're going to dive into shimmers. And I'm excited about these. So I think I'm going to do this shade, which is so divine. And probably change maybe some of Autumn on the inner corner. So let me see. Yeah, we're ready. Let's start with Seenie. This shade is so grungy and oh, I love it. I love it so much. And oh my god, this combo is literally giving me life. Oh, did I just create my favorite look of all time? Maybe. So I'm going to use the E42 from Sigma. I forgot how much I love this freaking brush. But I'm just going to make sure these two are nicely blended. I actually think I want to take this over a little more first. Just a little bit. That way you kind of have that shift, like go over. And you kind of have that color like lay over the blue. That is so pretty. I'm so excited. So let's do some blending. So their shimmer formula is different. It's kind of like the ColourPop Super Shock shadow formula. It is kind of putty-like. And I love it for that reason personally. So what I like to do is use the E01 brush from Singe because the way it's tapered, like way down here, it picks up these shadows so freaking well. So I'm going to dip into Change first. See what I mean? She picks up, but I'm going to pick up some of this. And then we're going to spray it. And I'm going to layer it over this. Is this the color I want? Maybe not. Let me think. I don't know. Seeing it on top of that makes me second guess myself. I think I'm just going to do actually the shade Autumn. The one I said I was going to do for inner corner. I think maybe that might be the best bet for the lid. So I'm going to wipe this off real quick and fix the mess I created, and I'll be right back and we'll put Autumn on the lid. Okay, so I fixed it and I ended up taking that shade all the way over. And I think I want to put some on the lower lash line as well. So I'm going to do that with this little brush, the L02 from the Blend Bunny Lens Makeup Collab. So I'm going to grab some of this. That's the wrong setting spray. And I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus. And I just want to add some of this like right here to bridge those two shades together. And then we'll use the yellow. So now I want to go into the shade here called Autumn. And I'm going to pick some of this up on my E01. And again, we're going to spray. Might help if I actually spray the brush itself. But I do want to sweep some of this up onto the lid and just tap to kind of blend those two together. Then I'm going to clean off the brush because I want the brush to be more dry to put it in the inner corner. It will give some fallout, but it does dust away. But I like the look of it better when it's dry because it makes it more sheer. And then that bottom color, that green, kind of peeks through a little better, I feel like. And then I'm going to use that same L02 brush and spray it. And we're going to just plop some of this down here as well. Honestly, this might be one of my favorite color combos of all time. I love this so freaking much. I am so excited about this palette and I cannot wait to see what it looks like all complete. So I'm going to go finish this off camera and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. But I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on this one. It's such a weird matte combo, is it not? But it's so beautiful. I love this. So I'm pretty sure I just created one of my favorite looks of all time. I love this so much. Do you not think it came together so well? That liner really just brought it together in the best way. So I used the shade Fast Lane from ColourPop in the outer part, and there's a little bit of a bright green fleck, like glitter reflect in that shimmer. So I used the shade Afterlife from Melt in the front part, and it really just brings out that green shimmer, ties the nails in too, which is a really happy accident. We love those here. And I did the Bad Gal Bang mascara and the lashes in Daydream, and my oh my, I love it. I think it's so beautiful. It really is just one of my favorite looks of all time. So I can't remember if I told you which lip products I use, like their name. I know I did the gloss, which was Little Jasmine 3, but the matte lipstick I use is in the shade Cocoa Bloom. But I will have all of this stuff linked down below. I don't have a clue what I want to do tomorrow. I'm really drawn to this corner as well, but I also think this gray with this deepened up in the crease would be so pretty. So I really don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm excited to find out. I am gonna play with the, where is it? The winter palette next, and I'm excited, so stay tuned for that video. But let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. I have a pretty good idea for what I want to create today, and dare I say, I think it might be even better than what I did yesterday. I love that look so freaking much. But look at the highlight. It's a whole concoction of highlighters. But I also did a whole concoction of blush. I did 2. So I wanted something a little more mauve-y, but I liked the lilac tones as well. So I did Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury and mixed it with the DD Signature Lilac Mist. Do not sleep on these. They're such a good formula. I love them, but these two together are so good as well. I think they're beautiful. So as I told you in look number 1, I've been mixing highlights with this Lethal Dexter highlight. So today I mixed it again with Green Goddess from Bella Beauty Bar. She is beautiful. And I also mixed it with Spectre from Unearthly Cosmetics. So like the base of the highlight, like down here around, is the Dexter one. I'll do some swatches. A little bit of this goes such a long way. That was like such a small dab. Let me take some of it away. I did too much. Like, it's so just, there's not enough words to tell you how freaking good it is. But I love the Green Goddess one too. And the more I use it, the more I love it. And these two together are so good. Like, look at them. Oh, delicious. But then the brightness, you can see a little bit of that purpley tone peeking in. That's the low light formula from Unearthly, and it's in the shade Spectre. I love these. Don't sleep on them either. They're one of my favorites. They're very smooth, but very like impactful, high shine, gorgeous, glossy. But together you get this, and I'm here for it. I mean, it is bright, you know, so you gotta want that. I'm having a happy clown moment, as Angelica likes to say. So I already went ahead and lined my lips. I did Edgy from Jolie Beauty. Love these lip liners. Did you see their Aussie collection they came out with? It is pretty cool, but I did skip on it for now. But under the Cupid's bow, above the Cupid's bow, under my lips and in the corners, I deepened up with muted mauve. But the lip products I picked out today for the matte one is the shade Nude Nectar. And I love the tone of this. I like to apply it to the lips, rub my lips together, and then smudge it out. I just love the look of that, like blurred effect. I think it's so cool. And as for the gloss, we're doing Citrus Camellia, I think. I could be mispronouncing, but it goes over this so well. These glosses are gorgeous too. But now for the star of the show, the eyeshadow palette. So I did use the Diverune Color and Cover Pigment again because I want to play with this light gray and I really want it to shine through. So I did want to start out with that. So we're going to start with the E06 from Singe. And I want to go into the shade right here. And I'm going to take it throughout the whole crease to start with. I'm just going to use this brush to pack it on, and then we'll switch out to the E03 to blend and bring it up. But I've had so much fun with this one. I cannot wait to switch to the other palettes too. It's going to be such a good time. The goal is to cover most of this white so I don't look like a clown, you know. I might have taken the white up a little too high, and I'll just kind of go over these edges with my concealer brush. And now I'm going to switch to the E03 and just bring this up higher. I love a gray in an eyeshadow palette. I'm kind of sad because I'm not going to be using the yellow today, and I would love to use the yellow, but it's just not in the cards. These are the looks that I'm creating, are the first two looks I saw when I looked at the palette, so that's what I'm going with. And there's our gray base. I usually don't like to start with the lighter shade, but I did this time, so we'll see. I usually like to start with the mid-tone. That way you kind of don't have to worry about like what kind of formula you're working with, because you can use the lighter shade to blend it up and then go over top of the mid-tone with the deeper shade to add the depth. And it just seems to work easier that way. You run into less problems, I feel like, but it just made more sense in this look to do it this way. So fingers crossed, well, I can't cross them, brushes crossed that it works out. So we're going to start out using the shade here, Windy. And I love like these cool tone purple shades, but I feel like on this gray it's going to be kind of cool, literally. So I'm just going to work on building that up there. Really just laying the color down first, and then I'll work on blending. Now we're going to move on over to this shade, Evolve. You know I had to do something purple and green. I've been trying to steer clear of these looks because I do them a lot, but I just love this combo. It is one of my favorites, and this is a fairy palette, and this is going to be such a fairy look, and it's going to be fun. And I'm doing it on top of gray, so it's kind of different, you know? At least that's what I'm telling myself. But the undertones of this green with this purple, I think are really fun too. And these are layering nicely. This formula works very nicely on top of lighter shades, which I love those effortless types of formulas. It makes it so much easier, so you don't have to think about those things. I've just switched over to the E08 from Singe. It's a bit more floofy. And I'm just bringing this up higher here in the crease. That way when I look straight ahead, the deepen line will go higher than the actual crease. So it kind of creates the illusion that my eye is actually bigger than what it is. And the goal is, like, if you work with smaller brushes, like for instance, I'll use this one, the E42, and go into that same shade and just follow that line I'm creating above my crease. It packs more pigment there, you see? It really helps create that shadow that I'm looking for. And then I'll take the gray on the E03 and go back over the edges of that. This is a very odd combo too. We're going to move back on over to the purple and get this one fixed. So using another E06, I'm just going to fan this up and kind of over, because you don't want these two to touch if you can help it. They will muddy. Then I'm going to use the E42 from Sigma and do the green. I hear it thundering outside. My poor Nala is probably downstairs freaking out with Amanda right now. But hopefully we don't lose power. Just looking to make sure my phone's plugged in. You never know. These storms get crazy sometimes. But I'm loving this so far. I think it's so pretty. I always think these looks are pretty though. They're my favorites. Okay, so I do want to deepen this up some. And I don't like it that I have to use the same shade, but there's only one like deep shade in this palette, and it is the one I used yesterday, Renewal, so or Revamp. So I'm gonna have to go in with that one, but it will go really good with this combo. So I'm just using that same Sigma brush, and I'm just gonna deepen up out here and the lower lash line. But this, These colors are going to be really pretty together. Let me clean off the E06 and just pack some of this on out here. I'm going to use the E11 pencil brush from Singe to add some down here to the lower lash line too. I'm so excited for the shimmers though. I haven't exactly figured out what I want to do, but I do have an idea. But we'll have to decide together. Okay, so to start, I'm going to use the Stick and Sparkle from Diver Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply it to the lid with my finger, and then we'll try to figure out what shimmers, because honestly we have tons of options. There's so many different directions we could take this in that could change this look drastically, so we'll have to figure it out. So, like, I could do this shade. Literally, I could do every shimmer in this palette would work with this eye look, with the exception of maybe that shade. So, I'm for sure thinking some of this one, which is called Space Tea. Oh, my hand was wet. But it's really beautiful. It's like that purpley tone that I have here in the inner corner. And then we have Transcend, which would be really pretty out here in the outer corner. But I was thinking, do we do that, or do we just do purple on the full lid, or do purple in the center and then do this shade Change on the inner part, because it's green but it does have this beautiful like purple shift. And if I put purple on the lid, because it does have that transparent base, which means you could use it as well for a highlighter if you wanted to. I don't have a whole lot of the highlights and blushes from ODEN'S, which the ones I have wouldn't have worked for these looks. But then we have this shade, the option of the silvers, or this one's more like a soft pink, the one up here. And then we have this one, it's kind of silver. So oh, and then there's this one, Harvest. That could be cool too. Like, there's so many options, but swatching them out I think helped me decide. Let me know what you would have done down below in the comments. But I think I'm gonna start with the shade Space Tea. Spice Tea, that makes such like more sense. Send help, guys. But we are gonna do that here, and instead of the green, I think letting this purple like be the focus of the eye look is even better. Man, that storm sounds scary. Like it's non-stop thunder. You guys can probably hear it. It's very loud. But that is delicious. Especially once I get that outer part blended. That'll be really pretty. But then I'm going to take my E01 brush, and I'm going to go back into that shade Windy, that matte, and I'm just going to lay that down here and cover that up and make it kind of fade over top of that one. Then I'll have to reblend in with some glitter glue and just tap. That way it doesn't smear the color and the color still stays. I'm just reapplying some more of that purple there where I kind of went over it. But now we're gonna go into Change. This is one of the most beautiful shades in this palette. And I'm gonna pick some up using the E01 from Singe, and I'm just gonna give it a little spritz. That shit is scary, you guys. I do think that was a fun choice. And then I'm going to pick up some more of that on a dry brush and just kind of put it in the inner corner. I might actually go in with some of that like more silver shade, but we'll see. Now I'm going to use the L04 and take some of that shade on the lower lash line as well. I love that shade. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Cozy on the E01, and it's dry. And this is the shade I'm going to put in the inner corner. It has like more of that like silveriness. Add a little brightness. I love this so much. So I'm gonna make sure all this is nice and blended out here using the E42 from Sigma. I probably should have finished that sentence, but I'm like hyper focusing on this thunderstorm that I hear in the background. But this is the look and I love it. Do I love it more than I did the one yesterday? I don't know yet. I'll have to wait to see what it looks like all complete, but I do think it's beautiful so far and I can't wait to see what it looks like with liner and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna go finish it off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with the finished look and I may or may not be in full fairy mode and I'm loving it. So I don't know if you guys remember, but like last year when Inslee Rain released the Flutter and Flourish collection, I made this headband for those and I thought it would be so perfect for this too. It goes with the look so well, but you guys, I'm in love. I love this look so much. I went ahead and zoomed you guys out just because I wanted you to see like the full vibes of the look with the headband, but I love it. I think it's so beautiful. Okay, so now that I have you zoomed back in, I will tell you, like, look at the highlight. That's not what I was going to tell you, but I got distracted. But I did want to tell you what I added to the eyes. So I did 3 liners. I did Exit from ColourPop first. And then I did Fast Lane here in the outer corner. I used this one yesterday as well. And then I think this is Crybaby. Everything's rubbed off. But I did that here in the front half. And then I did the Bad Gal Bang mascara with the Lush Lash. And I think it's just such a beautiful combo. So off camera when I was doing this eye, I did this shade first. When I did this eye with you guys, I went in with this shimmer first. And then I went in with this shade. And it kind of didn't let the shade shine through the way that I wanted it to. So I wiped like half of this off and like redid the primer and the glitter glue, and then I went back in with that shade and then added that more purple shade in the center. And I feel like you can really see that shade, what's it called, change. You can see it a lot better and it looks better. So if you do recreate this look, I did want to tell you what I did off camera, but I love this. I think it's so beautiful and I had so much fun creating it. Honestly, I don't know which look is my favorite because I really loved yesterday's as well. It was so much fun. So I followed Betty Jean's hair tutorial on like how she does her bangs, and I really love it. I'll link her video down below in case you guys want to watch it, but I love like the messy PC look of it. It's really cute and it may be my new favorite way of doing them. I don't think I like left them curled long enough because I did them off camera as I was doing lashes, but I can totally see why she does them like that. I think they're really, really cute. But now on to the products. So as for the lip products, you guys know how I feel. I do like both formulas a lot. I am familiar with both of them. I love the MUSE like blurring texture of the matte ones. I think they're beautiful. They wear nicely. I love the shades so far. I've had fun with them, and I'll continue using them throughout these videos. So if you are interested in the other palettes, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the looks with the other ones. But as for the palette, I had no issues whatsoever. I had a lot of fun with it. There are a few shades I still need to use. So there's actually 2 mattes and 2 shimmers that I have not used. But I will continue to use these off camera. So stay tuned for my like full review during my ranking. I'll give you guys an update. But I do love the ODEN'S formula. I am very familiar. I have like a little over 20 palettes from them. And Betty Jean just did a really good video. She did a ranking with ODEN'S, and she had like over 30 palettes from them. It's the biggest ODEN'S ranking I've ever seen. So if you want to check that out, I'll link that video down below as well. But I think this is beautiful. The color story is so fun and inspiring to me. It's the one I think I'm drawn to the most. Might be my favorite, but I still need to create with the other ones. So I'm so happy to have them in my hands, and I'm so excited that I was able to get them in PR as well. It's like a dream come true. Like I said, I've been a fan for quite a while for ODEN'S, but to get a PR package from them is like really like a pinch me kind of thing. Literally my cheeks hurt from smiling, but some part of that is this look, the highlight and everything. But I don't know what palette I want to do yet. I'm really drawn to this one. I've already swatched it because I think I might do looks with this one next. But I'm also really drawn to the summer palette. I love the pop of red in here, but this shade up here really just pulls me in as well. And I don't know, I haven't touched it yet because I haven't gotten up close shots of it, but this one is stunning. And while I'm not like a purple and pink kind of person, I can admit this palette is beautiful, and there are some really unique shades in here. This one being one. This shimmer is really pretty. It's like kind of pink, kind of bright orange at the same time. I could see myself creating some fun looks with this one as well. So I don't know what's going to be next. I'll have to figure it out. But let me know if you guys pick this up. Do you plan on picking it up? Do you think you can recreate these looks with other things in your collection? I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know which look was your favorite. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does mean a lot, and it helps out my channel, and I do appreciate it. But if you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope you will. And until next time, bye.